Welcome to the Nordic Venture Show, your speed date with the hottest Nordic innovations and ventures. In this episode, our venture date is with Videobot, interactive video platform for business.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're zeroing in on a company called Videobot. We've been digging through their website, their blog, really trying to get a handle on what they offer.
Right, and how they're trying to change things up.
Exactly. How they want to change how businesses connect with people online.
Yeah, so our mission really is to get to the heart of their approach. They call it a video experience platform.
A video experience platform. Okay.
It sounds fancy, but it's basically about moving beyond just, passively watching videos.
Making it interactive.
That's key. Creating something genuinely interactive.
Okay, let's unpack that phrase then. Video experience platform. So for listeners, what's the core idea?
Well, they have this pretty bold statement on their site.
Oh, yeah.
Internet used to be tech, now it's video. Videobot sets the stage, right?
Definitely sets the stage. Video is everywhere.
But then they hit you with the differentiator. But it's interactivity that makes the difference.
Ah, okay, so it's not just video. We all know video is big. It's the interaction part, making that passive viewing into something active.
Exactly that. Their whole platform, it seems, is built around getting people to do something with a video.
And they talk about the benefits of that for businesses.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They list quite a few. Things like improving engagement, obviously.
Makes sense.
Which, hopefully leads to better conversion rates.
Naturally.
And even making customer support, more dynamic, more responsive.
Interesting. So interactive video for support.
Seems like it. And they also mentioned getting better customer insights.
Right, because if people are clicking and choosing paths,
They're telling you what they want.
they're basically showing you their preferences in real time.
Exactly. The data you get is probably way richer than just, view counts or watch time.
Yeah, you see the choices they make, not just if they watch.
You understand their journey, their questions, maybe where they get stuck. It's much more direct.
Okay, so the concept is clear, but how does it actually work? Like if a business wants to use this, what's the process?
They lay out a pretty straightforward 3-step process.
Okay.
First step is build.
Build, right.
They've got this drag-and-drop builder. Sounds user-friendly.
Less intimidating.
Definitely. And you can create these branching paths within the video.
Branching path, so like a choose-your-own-adventure.
Kind of, yeah. But with video guiding the user based on their choices.
Okay, that's pretty cool. It lets you tailor the experience then.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Different viewers might see slightly different content based on what they click, all within one video asset.
Got it. So
Yeah.
step 1, build. What's next?
Step 2, publish.
Makes sense.
And they really stress how easy it is to embed these video bots, different formats apparently.
Embed them where? Website?
Websites seem key, yeah.
Yeah.
And they say you can do it anywhere in minutes. Speed is important.
Always. And
Right.
what about integrating with, the tools businesses already use? Is it complicated?
They specifically flag that it's low code,
Low code. Okay.
meaning you don't necessarily need a team of developers to get working.
That's a big plus for marketing teams.
For sure. And they also say there's no need to reinvent your digital stack.
Ah, so it plays nice with others.
Seems like that's the goal.
Yep.
Seamless integration with existing marketing tools.
That's a relief. Nobody wants to rip and replace everything. Okay, so build, publish. What's the third step?
Optimize.
Optimize, using data.
Exactly. This is where their Videobot analytics comes in.
Okay.
They talk about running tests, looking at the data, trying out different calls to action.
So constantly tweaking it based on result.
Yeah, continuous improvement.
Yeah.
Using that data to see what actually works with your audience, what improves the funnel.
It's not just set it and forget it.
Definitely not. It's about refining based on real interactions, that data-driven loop.
Okay, so let's talk features. What are the actual ways these interactive videos show up? You mentioned different formats.
Right, so the core product is about using short-form video but adding that interactive layer.
Harnessing the power, as
Yeah.
they say.
Something like that, yeah. And the analytics is a key feature for the optimization part.
Gotcha. But the display options, how do people see them?
They list a few, which shows some versatility. There's the classic.
Standard embed, I guess.
Sounds like it. Just a video player right there on your webpage.
Okay, familiar.
Then there's the widget. They call it an iconic bubble.
A bubble, like a chatbot bubble.
Sort of, yeah. Sits on the site, maybe in the corner, ready to click.
So less intrusive, maybe?
Yeah,
Available when needed?
could be. like an always-on help button, but it's video.
Interesting. What else?
The slider, designed for showing multiple videos.
Like a carousel.
Yeah, with a seamless UX, they say.
Yeah.
Maybe for product demos or features on one page. Swipe through short interactive bits.
I can see that being useful. And the last one?
The stories.
Ah, like Instagram or Facebook stories.
Exactly. Bringing that familiar social media feel right onto your website.
Smart. Leverage what people already know.
Yeah, it could be good for quick updates, news, that kind of thing. In a format people just get.
Definitely makes sense. Okay, so versatile display options. Now, who's using this stuff and what for? The use cases.
They break it down quite nicely, actually. Several different ways.
Oh, yeah.
First, just by use case, like website engagement.
Just making the site more dynamic?
Right. Then customer service. We touched
Yeah.
on that, guiding users, answering FAQs, lead generation, obviously, using video to capture info, qualify leads.
More engaging than a boring form, perhaps?
Hopefully. User experience, broadly making the whole interaction better.
Smoother, more enjoyable.
And even enterprise solutions. So maybe for bigger companies, internal training, complex demos.
Scaled up applications.
Seems like it. Maybe personalized onboarding for big clients, that sort of thing.
Okay, that covers different goals. Do they slice it differently?
Yep. Also by department.
Ah, okay.
So for marketing, transforming strategies.
Yeah.
For sales, guiding prospects, closing deals, presumably.
Well, he makes sense.
And for customer service, again, reinforcing that support angle.
Got it. Marketing, sales, service. The usual suspects.
Pretty much. And then they even break it down by industry.
Oh, interesting.
Like they list examples: banking and financial services, food industry, automotive, events.
Wow, quite a range.
Yeah, it suggests they see it being adaptable across different sectors.
Yeah.
Finding specific applications within each.
So not just a tool for tech companies.
Apparently not. It really paints a picture of flexibility.
Okay. And you mentioned they're thinking beyond just websites, omni-channel.
Yes, definitely. Website integration seems core, but they talk broader, like digital advertising.
Interactive video ads.
Yeah. Starting the conversation before someone even hits your site. More proactive engagement.
Grab attention earlier in the funnel.
Exactly. They also mentioned mobile, naturally. Enhancing apps and mobile web. Crucial nowadays.
Absolutely, mobile first.
But maybe the most intriguing part is the phygital environment.
Phygital, physical plus digital.
Pingo. Using QR codes to link the real world to these interactive videos.
How would that work?
Imagine scanning a QR code on, say, a storefront window.
Okay.
Or at a trade show booth. Or on product packaging. A print ad. Even TV. Or those big digital billboards.
And it launches an interactive video.
That's the idea. Bridging that physical-digital divide. Creating new touch points.
That opens up a lot of creative possibilities, doesn't it?
For sure. Extending that digital chat into physical spaces and vice versa.
Cool. Now, we mentioned user experience as a use case, but it sounds like UX is a bigger focus for them generally.
It really seems so. Their blog actually has a dedicated filter just for user experience.
That's telling.
It is. And the titles of the blog posts reinforce it. Things like how to develop a winning user experience strategy.
Right.
Best practices for website user experience, the importance of personalization.
Okay, so they're thinking deeply about how this feels to the end user.
Exactly. It's not just the tech, it's the impact on the journey. They even highlight a case study, the Savonlinna Opera Festival.
An opera festival using interactive video.
Yeah, showing how Videobot enhanced their user experience.
Wow. That really shows versatility.
It does, and underlines that UX focus. They want users to have a good time interacting with this stuff.
Makes total sense. Okay, and analytics, we touched on it, but let's circle back. How vital is that piece?
Absolutely central, I'd say. Remember Videobot Analytics?
Yeah, they're dedicated tool.
It's all about optimizing video funnels, tracking engagement, tracking impacts.
Where do you see that data?
Either directly on their dashboard, or they say it integrates with other analytics tools you might already use.
So you get a clear picture of performance.
That's the goal, to help businesses make well-informed decisions.
Right.
And they stress experimenting, trying different calls to action, seeing what works.
That iterative loop again? Test, learn, improve.
Exactly. Using real user data to refine the experience over time.
Okay. Now, something really critical today. Security. Trust. How does Videobot address that?
They tackle it head-on. State clearly that they prioritize security.
Good to hear.
They mentioned adhering to privacy best practices, GDPR compliance.
Very important, especially for businesses dealing with Europe.
Absolutely. And they talk about ongoing security training for their staff. keeping up with threats.
Proactive stuff?
Yeah, and secure development practices, principle of least privilege, the right kind of technical jargon, basically.
It sounds like they're taking it seriously, not just focusing on the flashy features.
Which is reassuring, right? You need that trust, especially when you're asking users to interact and potentially share info.
Definitely. Okay, nearly there. Who are they aiming this at? Their target audience.
They state it pretty clearly. Made for marketing and digital professionals.
Makes sense given everything we've discussed.
Aligns perfectly with the use cases, the benefits.
Do they work with others, like agencies?
Yes, they have a partnership program, specifically for agencies, media, and publishers.
Okay. So channels to market or collaborators?
Seems like both.
Yeah.
Helping those partners maximize CX and brand impact suggests a collaborative approach.
Building an ecosystem around the tech.
Yeah, looks like it. Creating a network to help businesses use this stuff effectively.
Okay, great. Let's try and wrap this up then. What are the main takeaways for someone listening?
Well, I think the big picture is Videobot offers this platform built around interactive short-form video.
Going beyond passive viewing.
Exactly. The goal is helping businesses like yours create, real conversations, real engagement.
Not just broadcasting.
Right. They give you tools to build these things, deploy them easily.
Across different channels, even physical ones.
And crucially, tools to optimize them using data.
Analytics are key.
Absolutely. It's all geared towards improving engagement, generating leads, making customer service better, and just delivering a slicker user experience overall.
And it integrates relatively easily without needing a total system overhaul.
That's the promise. Low code, plays nice with your existing stack, backed by analytics, and a focus on security.
Okay, so a final thought then. Given how used to just watching videos we all are, what are the kind of unexplored possibilities here? If video becomes truly interactive, truly conversational.
Yeah, what new kinds of connections could that create?
Right. How could you, listening now, actually use something like this in your world? Not just to push info out, but to actually talk with your customers through video.
Facilitating genuine dialogue is a different way of thinking about video entirely.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for joining me for this deep dive.
Thanks for listening to the Nordic Venture Show. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of innovation from the Nordics.